Dude, all right, we're live. Here we go. We've got Virtudesk with us. Pavel, what's up, Pavel?
Hey, what up, man? How's it going? We also have Katrina with us. She's from my team from Virtudesk. She's from Manila team, and that's why we decided to bring over, because I figured,
we're doing something a little bit different this time. We brought in an actual virtual assistant here, and we're going to talk to her and go into skills and return on investment, just best practices. And obviously, we want to address the whole accent situation as well that some of you have concerns over. But I think it's a great thing that you thought of, Pavel. I'm glad you brought in Katrina. And let's get this thing started.
Yeah, and before we do, I just wanted to say, guys, we have some swag, and we're going to do a random giveaway today. We have some swag. So people who text leverage at this number, 31996, we're going to pick at random later after the webinar, and we'll mail you, provided you give us your mailing address, we'll send you some swag. So the one I'm wearing right now. So
nice. Leverage. What does the other one say? I thought one said stay calm or something.
Yeah, we got this one.
There you go. Keep calm and let the virtual assistant handle it.
Yeah.
That sounds like my life.
Exactly. The number, it says Chris asking about the number. The number is 31996. You have to text leverage.
Dude, why don't you post that up right now at the beginning, and then we'll get started.
Yes, I am. Maybe Tessa can do it, you know.
All right, Tessa, put that one up on the screen, and if you can, also pin it to the Lab Code Agents group, and let's get started. All right, so I'm excited to talk to Katrina.
I'm sure you are.
I think the very first time I ever talked to a virtual assistant was with you, Pavel. You brought somebody on way back.
That was a while ago, yes.
And we talked to them, and we actually scripted with them, which was super cool. Yeah. And that person did really, really well. So on this end, though, Katrina is the one that kind of helps out, is like your administrative executive type.
Oh, she's actual ISA. She's working for...
Oh, damn. That's even better.
She is actual ISA. She's not working at management. She's not working at our staff, but she's an actual ISA that works for Virtudesk, and she's got 2 different clients, and she does prospecting for them.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's even better. Now that I'm briefed on that. Katrina, how are you doing?
Oh, hello, Tristan. Hello, Pavel. And yeah, hello to everyone who's watching right now. Doing great. How are you guys?
Good. Thanks for being on. We appreciate you, Katrina. So can you tell us some of your job duties really quick that you're doing right now? And then I want to get into other specifics.
So yeah, I currently have 2 clients with Virtudesk. For my first client, that's a firm brokerage, based in Chicago, Illinois. I report directly to the president and head of sales and marketing. And what I do is I just call brokers outside the firm. And my goal is to set appointments between our recruiting manager and that particular broker. For my second, go ahead.
For that part of it, just so I can ask questions, and Pavel, jump in anytime.
Yeah.
For recruiting, so you're recruiting for this, you said brokerage or mortgage brokerage, right?
Yeah, a firm, yes.
Firm, okay. And the recruiting portion of it, are they giving you the list of people to call to recruit, or are you just finding them somewhere on your own? And do they give you the script, or do you make it up on your own?
So in the beginning, I got the script from the guy that I report to. So he's the head of recruitment. But then I realized that, it's just 3 parts, the script. So you got your opening, introducing yourself and your company name, and then you transition to the purpose of the call, because you're calling brokers. They know that it's a recruitment call anyway, so you just be very direct and go to the purpose of the call, and then end with a strong closing. Whether or not they're interested in joining your firm, you just make sure that they have a good experience over the phone with you.
Katrina, can you do me a favor? That cord is hitting your microphone a little bit.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Yeah, you're
There,
good.
perfect.
Okay.
And then let's go. Pablo, do you mind if I kind of script with her? I want her to call me.
Go for it, bro.
Oh.
All right, Katrina,
Okay.
go ahead and call. So I'm a real estate agent, or I can be a lender as well. So you call me and recruit me. I just want to go through and see how you do, and then I'll just
Sure.
I won't be mean to you. I'll just be as nice as possible. I just want to see the verbiage in the process.
Okay.
So let's just ring it. Go ahead.
Ring ring.
Hello?
Oh, hello, Tristan. This is Katrina with Virtudesk Realty. How are you?
Hi, how are you? Thanks for calling me. Who is this?
My name is Katrina. I'm with Virtudesk Realty. I'm actually just calling because we wanted to know how you've been doing. And yeah, we're also just wondering if you're considering on moving or might be interested in looking at another firm lately.
No, I'm pretty happy where I'm at.
That's great.
I don't think I'll make a switch, but I appreciate you calling.
Yeah, we've been checking your activities and you're doing really, really great, but no problem. And if anything changes, I'll just send you an email with more info about us. And, Tristan, just so you know, the good thing about Virtudesk is that we're an almost 100% firm, so we only charge a flat fee of $350 per sale, regardless of the property cost. So
okay, so it's like there's no split or anything. It's just $350.
No, no split. So you get almost 100% of the commission.
So what happens if I switch? Do you guys pay for my signs too, or no?
Oh, that's something that my recruitment manager can talk to you about. It's just going to be a 5 to 10 minute call. So if you want, I can have him call you if you're free this afternoon. Would 5 p.m. work for you?
I mean, can you tell me a little bit more besides the $350 per transaction? What else do you guys offer?
Yeah, sure. So we have 2 full-time trainers available any time of the day, mostly during work hours, of course. And we have a monthly fee of $54. So that includes everything: support, training materials, what else? The whole support team. We have virtual assistants, 6 virtual assistants ready for you. Apart from the monthly fee, we also have an annual errors and omissions fee that you only have to pay $199 for.
Okay, I like that.
And that's it.
All right. Well, you know what? Sure, I'll talk to somebody.
Awesome. Okay, I'm checking his calendar right now. He's free later at 5. Would that be okay?
Today?
Yeah.
Sure, I'll talk to him today.
Awesome. So I will have him call you later at 5. Thank you so much, Tristan. Appreciate your time.
Katrina.
So basically, you are not like scripted. You are pretty much, running on what's being told you, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it
So you're going with
depends
the
on.
dialogue.
Yeah.
Depends on the questions. Initially, we have been given a list of FAQs, frequently asked questions, and I used to read that, and it was really scripted, but that was just, like first 1 or 2 weeks for me.
So what's the typical onboarding would look like for you? Let's say you already experienced ISA and you worked for Virtudesk for a couple of years, I know. And when you first got hired by the client, did you get hired to do prospecting for FSBOs or for to do recruiting right away? What did you do?
Yeah, I was hired to do recruiting right away for Virtudesk.
Okay.
Oh wow.
And your second client actually, I think you're doing prospecting for real estate, right?
Yes, correct.
Ooh.
So I handle pre-foreclosure prospects, tax foreclosures, tax delinquent, and absentee owners. And that realtor is based in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
I like that. Now you're talking my language, Katrina. I mean,
Nobody calls them because nobody calls them, right?
Yeah, I still need the recruiting for team members, so I like that. But now, so one question that comes up a lot when it comes to this specifically is how do you stay more on the neutral side when you're calling them so you don't get specifically into real estate, so you don't break any state laws?
Oh, yeah. So if they ask for the specifics, I just really push for a phone appointment with the realtor because, even during my
You're not like,
times
yeah.
spent working in a call center, we were trained to not discuss anything that would jeopardize your career and your client's career. So, yeah, we're just trained to really, you know, not answer and not give a final answer to leads and to other realtors. Um, yeah.
All right, I want to go through that, Pablo, unless you have some
Oh my
questions.
God.
Yeah, no, bro. Of course, brother. Go for it, man.
Mhm.
All right, cool. So Katrina, you're going to be calling me. Who do you call right now as that job?
Yeah, so currently I'm calling property owners, absentee owners who are past due on their taxes for 2018, 2019.
So absentee owners.
Yes,
Real estate taxes, you mean, right?
real property taxes, yes.
Yeah, property taxes. Yeah.
What was the first one that you mentioned? Because I think I might go with that one.
Absentee owners, property tax delinquencies, and pre-foreclosures.
Let's go for absentee owners because that one applies to most agents can understand that and have at least looked into possibly calling that. So you're calling an absentee owner. I'm the absentee owner, right?
Yes,
You're gonna
and
call me.
but they have to be past due on their 2018, 2019 taxes. So it's a combination.
Oh, I like that. That's even more specific. They might even be more prone to selling. Okay,
Yeah, they have higher motivation to sell, correct.
let's do that. Let's play that out. You're going to be calling me. Let's say I have a house. Well, where does your client work? What city and state?
Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Okay, cool. Let's say I have a property in Grand Rapids in Michigan. All right. And so I'm late by, let's say 2 years and you're calling me. So let's play that out.
Alrighty.
Go
Ring,
ahead.
ring.
Hello?
Oh, hello. My name is Katrina Bourbon with Virtudesk Realty. I'm trying to reach Tristan.
Yeah, that's me. Who's speaking? What's this
yeah.
in regards to?
So my name is Katrina Bourbon with Virtudesk Realty. I'm actually calling about your property on Paulina Street. We saw that the property taxes for 2018 and 2019 are currently due. And yeah, we were just wondering if you would be interested in selling the property.
Well, how did you get the information?
Oh, yeah. Well, my client is an investor in the area. So, yeah, I'm not really sure how he got the information, but he just gave me your property information and your contact information to call you because he's very interested in that property. If you want the specifics, though, I can have him call you. It's just going to be a 5 to 10 minute phone call whenever you're free.
All right, is he looking to purchase my property or what does he want to do? To tell me.
It actually depends, and that's why I'm calling you because we want to know more about the property. Of course, we would like to know if you are thinking about selling the property. Yeah, and we're just interested. So if you are interested, then we can ask more questions about the property, do our own research, probably drive around the property as well, and call you if we're interested.
Well, I mean, we thought about selling it, but I mean, how does it work? Are there any fees involved or does he just pay his cash? How would it work?
Well, here at Virtudesk Realty, we do pay cash and we can offer as early as, about a week from today. We can send you an offer and we can close in about as little as 2 weeks. So yeah, if we start the process now, then we can start the process very early on. Now, let me just ask you. So, since you've been considering, selling the property, do you have an asking price or a selling price in mind?
No, we hadn't really thought about it, but I can talk to my wife about it, and I'm sure we can have a price that we want. But yeah, it sounds like it's something that we could possibly do.
Awesome. So let me just ask you a few information about the property. So then I ask my questions. It's just 3 questions about the property, and then I thank the prospect basically. So thank you so much, Tristan. So what I'm gonna do is I'll be forwarding all the information that you just gave me
Okay.
to Pavel. He is my partner, and we're gonna do our own research. And I see that on his calendar he's available at 11 tomorrow. So yeah, if we're interested, we can get the ball rolling, and I can have him call you tomorrow at 11.
Yeah, that would be great. That gives me some time to talk to my wife about it. So yeah, let's do that.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
I like it. So I like how soft it was, Katrina. I appreciate that. I think you could definitely get a lot more information with your approach. And I thought I really liked the way you pivoted and you said, look, I can get you that information, but I don't know where my client got it from. He just gave me your information to call you.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
yeah.
I like that too. So tell me, when you got hired for the position, they gave you the script and then you've adapted as you've been calling. How long have you been calling?
I've been a Virtudesk ISA since August of last year.
Okay, cool. So you've been in it for a year.
For a year, yeah.
That was a year. Nice. Okay, awesome. And how do you keep on improving your skills? Because that's always a challenge for people that we're trying to hire, right? I want to make sure that they're always getting better and not just getting their skills better on the job. Do you practice on the side? Do you train on the side? Tell me about that.
We have to. So recently, 3 months ago, my first client, the brokerage, they hired 3 additional ISAs to help us with recruitment. And what we have been doing is we're just sharing our call recordings to each other.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so yeah, we've just been learning. Even if it's just those who are not interested, but it's a full call that you can hear, just so we can get techniques on how to overcome objections and just the usual thing, how to set up appointments, and we even mirror each other's accents and pacing depending on the person that we're talking to. So
I like that. All right, so that's practicing your skills. You do it with other people. You watch your recording.
Yes.
Also, let's remind guys who are watching the webinar, if you have any questions for Katrina, you can ask in the chat, and we'll be happy to have her answer them.
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on the Facebook side of it. So definitely, if you guys have some questions, Sam on the Facebook side of it. What's up, Sam? Sam Silver said, "Great role playing. I like it." So
thank you.
I want to role play again in about 10 minutes, but I want to get to some questions that I have too. Number one, well, you know what? Before I go to questions, Pavel, can you bust out the stuff you're going to give away today, just so we can do that?
Yeah. Well, it's we have some swag. So we have the one I'm wearing right now. It's a leverage T-shirt. Also have this one. Keep calm and let a virtual assistant handle it.
I love it.
Yeah, and we have this one. It's outsource, delegate, leverage. It's all Virtudesk swag. And to get it, you need to text leverage to 31996. So the people who text us today will be picked at random, and 3 people will be getting our swag in the mail. Just make sure once you text us leverage, once we respond to you, send us your mailing address. It's all secure, and we'll mail it out to you. Yeah.
All right. Perfect. Did you say it's and Social Security, or it's secure? I missed that.
No. It's secure. It's secure.
Okay.
That's your address. Yeah. That's
Give
it.
me your address and Social Security, and it's all good. Don't worry about it.
I got you, bro.
But I trust you, so we're good. All right, Pavel. Well, let's continue on this. Katrina, besides the skills that you've been working on, I love that you told me that. How did you happen to work on having a very small accent? Because I feel like I'm talking to somebody out here in LA.
And for people who don't know, Katrina is in the Philippines.
Yeah, Katrina, you're in Manila, right? Philippines?
Right. That's correct.
Right. So tell me, how did you work on eliminating the accent in English?
Oh, well, for Filipinos, it's really English is a mandated subject at school. So we start school at 3.5, 4 years old, and reading and language are both in English, taught in English. And yeah, so from a very early age, you're taught correct grammar, pronunciations, even accents. We are very westernized in such a way that we're updated with US TV shows. We watch a lot of TVs, and yeah, I hear um, almost everyone conversing in English, at
Yeah,
least in my area.
most
So.
of the most of the TV is actually in English there. Newspapers in
Mm-hmm,
English, everything's in English. All business is conducted in English.
Nice.
Banking, whatever you call it, everything's in English.
Okay, so then
yes.
what about the hour differences? Because right now it's 11 a.m., 11:30 a.m. here in the West Coast. And what time is it out there right now?
It is 2:20 a.m. here.
Okay.
So.
And so how does that work? Because, a lot of people are concerned about time differences. Do most people there work in the evening? I mean, work at night, through the night? Is that how that culture is? Or tell me about that so that people understand that.
So the BPO industry, so call centers, it is a huge industry in the Philippines, and most, I think about 80-90% cater to US businesses. So yeah, there's just a lot of people used to working at night here in the Philippines, and because of that, it changed other industries too, because we now have fast food chains available 24/7 just to cater to employees of the BPO industry. So
what about Starbucks? Is it open 24/7? That's all I want.
yes, hmm
Okay,
and
then
we have drive-through Starbucks here 24/7.
good. Pavel, next time I go, we can meet there.
Right on, bro. Katrina,
All right, so
Katrina, what did you work before you started working for Virtudesk? What call centers you worked for? Could you tell us?
So I worked for 3 different call centers. I have a work experience of over 10 years, but they catered to Discovery, credit cards, General Motors, and Allstate Insurance.
Oh, there we go.
Mm-hmm.
all right, so let's get into a question that we have from the audience here on the Facebook side of this. Here we go. It's by Joanna. What's up, Joanna? Hope you're doing well. This one's for you, Katrina. Katrina, I have an ISA that does text messaging only with our leads. Can you take some of those leads that come in and work more on them? I mean, just saying in general, and not you specifically, but in general. Can you take some of those leads and work on them more, like give them a call instead? And Pavel, do you have somebody working 24/7, like between different VAs? I'm assuming maybe 3 VAs that can always be on. And do you guys work nights and weekends? And then get into the pricing, Pavel, after Katrina answers that first question.
Yeah, basically, yes, you can have 24/7 coverage. The way it works is you gotta have 3 different people working 8-hour shifts in order to do that. It's being done, and we have customers like that. We have a big logistics company is one of our customers who have 24-hour coverage for truckers. So it is done.
Cool.
And basically you can do it on weekends as well, because you just basically assign these people to this particular shift. It doesn't really matter because they still work 5 days a week. It's just basically broken down into the shifts. But yeah, it is done. Yeah. As far as the pricing, it's $9.60 an hour for full-time ISA.
And I'm sorry, I missed that. What was that?
$9.60 an hour.
$9.60 an hour?
For a full-time ISA.
For a full-time ISA, like Katrina, right?
Yes.
All right, and then Katrina, what would you do? So do you guys also text? How does that work? And are you also picking up the phone and calling those people that respond back in text?
Yeah, so I do send text messages to the real estate prospects. So I call them up first, and then if I get to their voicemail, I don't leave a message. I just send them a text message. So it's pretty much, the text message template is pretty much what I say during the introduction.
Okay.
And yeah, I get a lot of I get to talk to the right party contacts as well through text messaging, because the generation now, they're really not into answering phone calls. So
Yeah.
it would, so your success rate, Joanna, would really depend on your target market, because, for the older generations, not to offend anyone, but yeah, older generations, they prefer getting calls. And then for the younger ones, they prefer answering via text messages. So it's really highly advisable to just cover both. Call them and text them.
All right. And then this one may be a Pavel question, but you can answer it, Katrina. What system do you use to text? Do you guys use Ring Central, Skype? What do you guys use?
We have a lot of suggested systems from Virtudesk, but specifically for my client in Grand Rapids, Michigan, it's 8x8.
Okay. 8x8 is a company, right?
Yeah, the soft phone provider. Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm answering that question because part of that was from Mark. So Mark, the software isn't provided for making the dials through Virtudesk. That would be on your end. So for instance, for me, for the I don't even know how many virtual assistants we have because I'm drawing a blank, but we have a few.
Mm-hmm.
We use Ring Central for some, and I use Skype for others. We seem to lean more towards Skype for call quality. I just like it a lot better. How's the call quality, Katrina, on 8x8?
Oh, it's really good as well. Same as Skype. So I've used Skype before, and they have the same quality. So.
All right, cool. Let's go into scripting really quick because I want to script with you again, Katrina.
Sure.
What other, as an ISA, what other experiences do you have in calling the consumer? What type of consumer can we role play?
Oh, by consumer, you mean other than real estate leads?
Well, I mean, real estate leads, are you calling actual real estate leads, like leads coming through from Realtor.com, Zillow, Facebook, Google? Are you calling those?
No, it's just the list of leads from my client, really.
Okay, so we did the absentee owner, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
We did the referral, we did the recruiting, right?
Mm-hmm.
What else can we role play just so people can understand how it works?
Oh, probably I used to call expired leads as well, but
oh, it's been a while.
Yeah, I do have the script though, so we can give that a shot.
Yeah, why not? Let's give it a shot. See how it goes. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Let me see if everybody wants to hear that one. Are you guys okay hearing the expired script? I need some yeses here on this end. All right, good. Yeah, I'm getting some yeses. Good on the Facebook side. Perfect.
So yeah, for this one, I'm gonna be reading the script, and this script I think came from Virtudesk training too. So.
All right, cool. Then Pavel, if it sucks, it's your fault. I'm not gonna blame it on Katrina.
Exactly. Blame me, bro.
All right, here we go. Katrina, you are going to be calling me. My home just expired. And just for the purpose of the call, I want to go through it. I don't want to be mean to you and cut you off, just so that people can see a little bit more of a fuller conversation, okay?
Okay, sure.
All right, cool. Let's do the ringing.
Okay, ring.
Hello?
Yes, hello, good afternoon. My name is Katrina with Virtudesk Realty, and I'm calling about your house for sale. I saw that fell off the market. I think it's in Paulina Street.
Oh, yeah, we're getting a lot of calls on that one. We've decided not to sell it, but thank you for calling.
Oh, well, so sorry to hear that you've been getting a lot of phone calls. I saw that it just fell off the market just yesterday. Would there be a reason why?
Yeah, it didn't sell. The market's pretty tough right now. So it's not just us. We saw some of our other neighbors take their homes off the market as well. But We'll see what we can do in the future, but thank you.
Understandable. Yeah, we can definitely follow up in the future. I was actually just calling to see what your plans are for getting it back on the market. Do you have a timeline as to when you want it to be sold?
You know, let's see, we're about to go into August. We were thinking of trying it again maybe next year after this whole COVID thing is behind us. I'm thinking maybe February or March. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay, February or March sounds like a plan. Because again, one of the reasons why I'm actually calling is because there's been a lot of interest in the neighborhood, and I know that it just got off the market just yesterday. So I'm thinking maybe marketing your property really wasn't that effective. Did you get any feedback from your previous agent?
That's interesting. We thought the marketing was okay. They probably could have done a little bit better. Do you
Mm-hmm.
guys, I mean, what do you guys do that's different?
Well, we do a lot of things actually, but one thing that we can do for you for free is to just review what happened with the property. If there's anything that we can improve to market your property better, that way by February or March, you're going to be prepared. So, yeah, we can have that conversation with you, probably review what happened. And yeah, I work with a very good real estate company in the area. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Virtudesk Realty. And I have Pavel who's available tomorrow. He's our top guy in terms of, selling properties in your area. Yeah, I can have him check out your property for you and give you a free recommendation, free tip on how to sell your property better.
All right, so I think maybe we'll wait on that, but if
Mhm.
you guys want to call me back in a few months just to see where we're at, I think that might be good. I lost her connection.
Oh, sure.
There
I
it is.
can follow up
Okay.
then.
All right,
Mhm.
perfect. All right, thanks. That was good, Katrina. I liked how you
No
were
problem
so
at all.
soft.
Mhm.
It's been a while since you did it, but you did a very good job. You did better than most real estate agents do when I asked to script with them. So very
Thank
good.
you.
And I train people on expired. So very good job for not doing it for a while and picking that right back up. So
I actually like the idea that you said we can actually review what happened.
yeah, I actually, believe it or not, I actually took notes on that part. I'm like, oh damn, that was actually good.
That's actually, that's your one foot in the door in essence, instead of them going, hey, let me sell it for you. So let me just take a look and see what happened. More of like a diagnostic approach.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I try to be very conscious of what the leads are saying and then just tailor fit the response because, that's where you can control the conversation and make them say yes to whatever you're offering. So,
I agree. I love that. So that means that you you've gone beyond the script, and I love that because
yeah.
just scripting alone does nothing.
Yeah.
Eventually, you're going to need to add some character and a lot of listening, and that's what you were doing. So I really love that you do that because that sets it apart. Pavel, before I go to two questions here that I have on Facebook,
Mhm.
what's the pricing again for an ISA like Katrina?
If it's a full time, it's $9.60 an hour.
Okay.
Part time, it's $10.75. Part time, it's 20 hours a week. Full time, 40 hours a week.
Okay, and then also, can you do me a favor, Pavel? Once we're done today,
Uh-huh.
because we had a few people register that didn't show up, and obviously everybody that did, thank you. Can you send an email with your link so if anybody does have questions, they can find out more information?
It's Pavel at myvirtudesk.com, and also I will show you. You can text to get copies of this webinar. Just text leverage at 31996 to get a copy of this webinar. So make sure to text leverage to 31996, and we'll be happy to send you a copy of the webinar, or you can send me an email, and I'm putting it right here in the chat section. It's Pavel at myvirtudesk.com.
Perfect, buddy. And then
Yeah.
I'm putting a picture of that as well. And then let's get into the questions. I know once we're done, Tessa is going to be sending out the list of everybody so you guys can email them too. So don't forget on that part, okay? You guys are going to be emailing everybody as well.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
cool. All right, let's go to you, Katrina. I have a question, two questions, three actually now.
Okay.
Here's the first question. Thanks for the info. Last question, possibly last question. This is from Yona again. Joanna, thanks. Good questions, by the way. How long do you keep in contact with the leads? Most convert, this is from her, most convert 3 months or over. And if I send you 200 leads or more a month, will you contact them in 6 months as well? Also, your conversion rate, I think the conversion rate really differentiates here. We don't know depending on what the client is. So that's a tough question to answer. But the other one is a valid question. Do you stay in touch with them? How do you nurture them, Katrina?
It actually really depends on my client. But with the first client, we call them every 60 to 90 days. But with the second client, the one with the real estate leads, I think so for example, we get a list of 200 contacts to call for those who are absentee owners and are delinquent on their property taxes. I would call that list at least 3 times. Yeah, and I think that's once a week.
Okay, and then you stay on top of them, right?
Yes, correct.
All right. Is there a process that you have? Like, yeah, I'm going to follow up with them every 3 months or every 6 months, or is it person by person? Is it different for each one?
Yeah, it's different for each one.
Okay, because right now you're calling, just so people understand, you're calling 2 different types of people. One is the recruiting, so she's calling real estate agents to recruit them, right? And then the other one is absentee owners, but mainly people that have been late on their taxes that own a property.
Yes.
Right? So that's who she's calling. So with that, she's been able to create a system that allows her to follow up long-term with them. What CRM are you using? Any specific one, or do you tailor it to the client?
Yeah, it's the client who dictates what to use in terms of CRM. So whatever they're comfortable with, we adjust, because we know how to use different CRMs, and we know the logic behind each step in terms of what to do in the CRM. We just really need to get the specifics in terms of what CRM to use. So we just adjust to the client's requirements.
Awesome, I love it. But Pablo, anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, usually when they get first hired by us, they actually undergo a training. I said Mark is asking, are the ICs trained by Pavel team? Well, not Mark, not just by me, but we have a training department, and every graduate have to go through, the training that we have for them. Let me just kind of show you a little bit of a screen, what it entails. Everybody can see my screen here. So the the training timeline, the IC, usually training for the IC takes about 10 days, and we we train them on stuff, including the CRM tools, the script. They have to take exam. They learn real estate basics. They learn social media marketing. So a lot of emphasis is actually added to script practice. We have Virtudesk Academy, which includes training in all major CRMs that we have. So it is being done. We actually pay a lot of attention to training. We make sure that people know what they're learning. So because we want to give you guys already a trained person. And Katrina, it's been a year since you were in training, but do you ever use Virtudesk Academy, because it's available to all of you, for videos?
Yes, so whenever we have a new client or a new tool to use, we use either Virtudesk Academy or talk to a subject matter expert and schedule a session with that subject matter expert for a particular tool. And can I also just share as a Virtudesk ISA, we went through a very thorough training and certification program. I think there were 20 of us who started in the class, and only like 7 ended up graduating and getting certified. So even training for Virtudesk is also part of like hiring still. So if you get to interview someone from Virtudesk, you know that these people went through a very rigid hiring.
I love that. That's kind of like Pavel. It's kind of like law school, dude. Look.
Yes. Yeah.
You and I went to law school.
Yeah.
You finished. I didn't.
I know, right?
I'm the loser in this one.
Oh no.
I also passed California bar too, but I'm not practicing.
I hate you more now, Pavel. I hate you more. I love it. Katrina, I just want to hire you.
I'm already working full time, but
I know. Darn it. Pavel, what the hell, man? You've been holding her back?
I know, right?
Jeez. All right, so can we steal Katrina? Yeah.
Mark is asking if they're calling from a secured building or from homes. Mark, everybody's working from home. They actually, before the pandemic, we've been all been working from home. So, and when the pandemic happened, and the Philippines actually had a very strict quarantine lockdown, so strict that whatever lockdown we have in the United States is a walk in the park, basically. You got to have quarantine passes right now to move around from one town to another. Let's say you go from Malibu to Huntington Beach, you need to have a quarantine pass.
Yeah, it's a whole different world in the Philippines than it is in most other parts of the world because of COVID.
Right.
Yeah. So they're all working from home. Exactly.
Everybody's working from home, but they all have a section in their home that's specifically set for making calls. So kind of like their own little office.
Yes.
So Katrina, let's go into the training part of this because a lot of people have different CRMs. How are you trained in, let's say, different CRMs like LionDesk or Real Geeks or Commissions Inc. or anything like that? How are you trained on those?
Yeah, so I try to be very independent when it comes to trainings in CRM. So whenever we used to test out a new CRM, I just study on my own. I get the login credentials from my client. And most likely when you log in, you have all those, tutorial videos or even free to access on their YouTube channel. So I just watch everything and absorb everything, even the ones that wouldn't help me as an ISA, just so I know how the back end works. So if that doesn't work for me and the goal of my client, then I go into panic mode a little bit. But I reach out to my Virtudesk coach and they connect me to a subject matter expert. Yeah, and then they have they will schedule a
So
session.
you have the training through Pavel's company Virtudesk to train for this.
Yeah, and we have a subject matter expert. It's called SME. VAs who, let's say, get some sort of a question that they didn't know the answer, they can always turn to the SME, ask a question, or schedule a session like on CRM, or currently like we actually partner up with somebody with a KW, the tech person who can we have weekly trainings with KW Command. So the person in the United States is actually training our VAs in the Philippines on KW Command because it's hot.
So that's why you're always staying up to date.
Yeah, so they stay up to date, and I don't know what Command looks like, to be honest with you, but they do know.
Okay, I love that. Fair.
You know what Command looks like?
I think I opened it once or twice.
I know, right?
I love it, man. All right, so Katrina, anything you want to tell us in closing, or Pavel, anything you want to say here in closing, my friend?
If you are, watching the live session or the webinar, you're definitely spending time trying to explore the hiring a virtual assistants path. And, the best way to really learn is just to try out a virtual assistant. And, if things work for you, which most of the time it will, then you didn't just learn, you just made your life better. So Yeah.
I love that. All right.
Well,
Pablo, anything you want to add here? Pricing, structure, contracts, any of that good stuff?
Well, basically what I wanted to say that we've been talking about VAs for a while. Tristan, me and you, we had webinars, but that's why I decided to actually bring Katrina here, because it's better, as there's a saying goes, it's better to see it once than to hear about it 100 times. So people need to know, like, this is real people. This is not robots. This is not bots. And they work hard to be where they are, and they are well respected at what they do. And great work ethic and great English. So this is people. Katrina, you have a college degree, right?
No.
No.
3 years. 3 out of 4 years.
3 out of 4. So you have
Look at that, like me.
Yeah. There you go.
Or law school. I finished college, didn't finish law school. Love that.
There
Don't
we
worry, Katrina. We're still good.
Yeah, exactly. But basically the thing is, as far as if you guys looking to hire a virtual assistant like Katrina, send us a message. We'll be getting some swag from us, and we can schedule a demo call. And it looks like we have a question here. Do you allow 2 credit cards if there's a partner's looking to split an I-Stay part-time? Yes, we do it. Yes, we can do that.
Perfect. So you definitely are not. We can definitely do that. So let's say you and I wanted to take somebody on, we could definitely partner on that.
Yeah.
And for those of you who watch this live, you're going to get an email from Pablo with
with this webinar.
Yeah, with the information that he gave you. And then once we have this recording done, we'll also send it out to everybody as well.
Exactly. And also, if you text to this number, the one leverage 31996, as a bonus, will include the script library that we have. So if you guys looking for scripts and you don't have them, it's just extra value from us, we'll send them to you. We'll send you a script library so you can do it on your own. You don't have to hire a VA for that, but to get you a little boost in this market, so you'll get a script library. And right now, we've noticed a lot of people actually hire virtual assistants because everybody's working from home. Everybody's working from home, and office work is pretty much non-existent, I guess, in the current environment. So I have a feeling it'll probably become more of a trend, more of a norm than an exception. So just learn to do things differently, and getting a VA, it's a first step in you actually building your team or scaling your business. So
yeah, I love it.
Yeah,
dude, thank you so much, Pablo. Thank you for joining us, Katrina.
Thank you so much.
Great job. I appreciate you. So thanks, guys.
All right, brother. Have a good one.
All right, bye-bye.